Outside of the 2015 election, which was critical and hotly contested, I might add, I think the 2023 election, the one we're about to go into and that we're campaigning on right now, is the most critical and important because the forces on all sides are formidable, the stakes are high, the country is not what it used to be, we're badly divided as a nation, and it's like winner takes all. So we need to get it right, and I pray to God that we do. I would be the last to question INEC and its present leadership. I have faith in them, and I believe that they will do the right thing. But we've seen strange things happen in the past. I was involved in the 2015 election, and I saw what happened then, and I saw what I consider to be the partial role of the INEC chairman at that time during the course of that election. You'll excuse me, I'm a very frank person, and I do not shy away from saying what I believe at any point in time, regardless of whose ox is gored or whose side I'm on at any particular given point of time. But we've seen strange things happen before. This time round, however, with the Electoral Act in place and with what we've seen so far, I'm pretty hopeful that all will be well, and at the end of the day, the will of the people will be reflected at the polls. I would always be respectful to President Obasanjo. I still consider him to be the father of the nation. And somebody, I worked in his administration. I will not be amongst those that runs down his government or runs down his person. I believe he's a child of destiny. And if you look at his history, if you look at what he has achieved in this country, it's absolutely extraordinary. From day one in the 1960s, 1966, during the Civil War, post-Civil War, 79, 83, and so on and so forth. He has played an extraordinary role in the affairs of this country. So I would not be one of those that demeans him or denigrates him. However, I do believe that he has made the wrong decision and the wrong choice here, and I'm baffled as to why he would opt for P2B. I cannot understand it. It's inexplicable to me, and I believe that he's made the wrong choice. And sadly, I disagree with him on this occasion. Very rare for me to do that, but I disagree with him. I think by far the better candidate is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and even Atiku, even though I'm against his presidency, has far more experience, in my view, than Obi. And I say this for so many reasons, but Baba is entitled to his views. I still consider him to be a great leader and somebody that I find inspiring, somebody I consider to be a father of the nation, and I will always respect him, and I will never, ever insult him or denigrate him simply because I hold a contrary view to him. The processes of his reasoning, I think, can be faulted on many grounds. First of all, the persona and the person and the record of P2B I find questionable. Let me put it like that. The persona and the record and the experience of his running mate, a gentleman I refer to as Datti the Mauritanian, who, of course, is originally from Mauritania, is now a Nigerian. I find his record and experience questionable. There are so many things I could say about them, but this is not about them. It's about his choice. He may overlook these things. He may not know about these things. He may not believe these things are important, but I certainly do. And I think that when you compare someone like that or people like that to people like Waziri Atiku Abubakar or to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think it's like comparing chalk and cheese, frankly speaking. They have absolutely no experience at the national level. We're in a situation in this country where if we don't handle ourselves carefully, the country may fall apart. And it really doesn't help where you have characters that have questionable loyalty to the unity of the country and are somehow or the other associated with secessionist groups, being endorsed to be president of the country. The question then has to be asked, what would happen if they came to power? So that's my reasoning. You need to have somebody that has a listening ear, that's sensitive and compassionate to the complexities of our country, that is committed to a united Nigeria, and that wants to move the country forward. And I believe that to say we throw all that out of the window and disregard all the questions I've raised about ID cards being issued to Northerners, Pentecostals being treated badly, and so many other allegations against these people, to throw all that out of the window and say, simply because he comes from the southeast, we should all go in that direction, I think is most disingenuous and unfair.
Those are in the realms of allegation.
No. Well, everything is in the realm of allegation. Everything is. It's an opinion, and these allegations are based on facts, I might add, because it really did happen. But let's leave that for a minute I, that's sitting before you right now, has championed the cause of the Igbos and the right for self-determination far more than Obasanjo or anybody else over the last 10, 15, 20 years. The record is there. I've said it over and over again, that self-determination is a right that everybody deserves, and that equality in terms of tribe and religious faith is a fundamental principle if we want to remain together as a country. But simply because some of us do not believe that this is the time, or that Obi should be the president because we believe he's manifestly unqualified, you now forget all that and start saying we're somehow anti-Igbo, or that we don't want it because he's an Igbo. I agree with the principle that yes, it is right and true to say that the Igbos have not had this opportunity yet, and that their time, may well have come. But for goodness sake, all right, we can't say that's the only criterion. We also need somebody, because this is very important, that is committed to ensuring security. Insecurity is the greatest challenge that we have in this country today. And our incoming president has said it over and over again. That will be his priority, rightly so. What has Atiku said about that? What has Obi said about that? I watched the program the other day. I guess a matter of fact, the young man that interviews on Channels Television, he asked Datti Ahmed, the vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, directly, what will you do about insecurity? And he said, we will do something. And he asked him 3 times, he said, we will do something, but that's all I'm prepared to say. Well, that something was never defined. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. You can't put our country in the hands of people that have not enunciated their ideas, that have no experience, that don't know what they want to do, and simply want to be president for the sake of being president. That is not the way forward. And that is why I believe that there is hope for us if we get it right this time, and we put our country under the leadership of somebody that has a tried and tested record in Lagos State, throughout the Southwest, that is respected by all, and that is loved by all throughout the country, and has mass support throughout the country. Not a regional candidate, but somebody that both Northerners and Southerners have absolute confidence in. Well, Peter Obi's constituency is on social media. All the angry people that have crawled out from under the rocks, all the people that have one reason to hate or whatever, or the other, some genuinely disgruntled, others just venting and getting annoyed. These are the people that go on social media and say all sorts of things and that are supporting Peter Obi. So it doesn't surprise me. I attach no legitimacy to these polls whatsoever. Where is Peter Obi going to get votes from in the North? I can do the analysis for you right now if you like. Where? Where is he going to get 25% in the North? Listen, let me give it to you right now. APC, we will win Southwest hands down, okay? We will win at least 60% of the Northeast. That is the Yoruba and the Kanuri axis, because we have a wonderful running mate in Kashim Shettima, okay? We will win the majority of states in the Northwest because virtually all the governors are standing by us and are working extremely hard there. We will win virtually most of the states in the North Central area, certainly Nasarawa, Kogi, Kwara, Niger, all those states. Where are they going to get the votes? You go to the Southeast, okay, which is a PDP stronghold. Peter Obi has eaten into that. It's going to cut down their power base right there, okay? He will do reasonably well there. He will do reasonably well in the South. But let me tell you something that will shock you. Do you know there are more votes in Kanu South Senatorial District, I think it's Kanu South, than there are in the whole of the Southeast put together? I hope you're aware of that. That is a fact. Check it out, okay? The places you need to win, we have them covered. And let me tell you another problem PDP has. Biggest problem of all, 5 of their governors, and I believe it'll be 6 by the end of the day, by the way. I won't tell you who the 6th one is, but I happen to know him very well. Good friend of mine, we've been together for many, many years, okay? I believe they're all going to, work for us against Atiku at the end of the day. So where are they getting the votes? Obi is a non-starter. He's not going anywhere. He'll get some votes in the Southeast. He'll get some votes in the South-South. He may make 25% in Lagos because of the Igbos in Lagos. I doubt it, but nowhere else will he get 25%. He will not get 25% anywhere in the North Central Zone. He will not get 25% anywhere. I doubt he'll even get 2% in any of the core northern states. So where's he getting the votes from? Now, what he's doing is going from church to church, preaching on the pulpit, preaching that he's a Christian and that it's a time for, which is a very dangerous narrative to play. I have fought for Christians more than anybody else in this country, but I will not go down that avenue, because if we do that and the Muslims start their own, we're heading for a religious war.